All right, you all. Happy Motivational Monday. Look at it, y'all. But go figure. Let me take down this because y'all can see my pots I got ready, but they're not ready yet. So once they get ready, then that's when I'll be able to show those. Okay, they let me in. I don't know what was going on at all for this Motivational Monday. We're going to see if they would keep me in here. All right, y'all. How y'all been doing? Did y'all do what I suggested last week and make sure that you all stay focused on what it is that God have for you to do in your life and not to get caught up in all of this nonsense that's going on? For we know that what is will be, and that God sees and God knows, and it's the only thing that we can really truly control is ourselves and how we respond and how we take care of ourselves and our families. Correct? All right now, y'all. So I'm going to try to tune back into Facebook again. We was trying to get some good things going here. So I'm going to try it again and see can we get in so that way we can have more of us getting a chance to start in here. I got on the roll with Facebook and got started. However, it had tuned out. So I'm trying to see now. I'm going to come back in. Y'all bear with me for a second. I pray you all have been doing all right. I really do. If not, then that's why we have Motivational Monday, so to inspire you all to do better, for us to most definitely stay encouraged to one another. On this Motivational Monday, tune in with me now. Yes, I am in an hour early, you all, because I was able to come. And so now I am. Okay, you all, I'm almost here. I'm trying to get in here. Y'all bear with me for a second since I'm trying to come on a little earlier, you all, just to make sure. Gonna try one more time. We'll see if Facebook let us get in. I know some of y'all are not used to me coming in so early, but I wanted to make sure, just in case I had an issue, that I'd be able to get in here with you all. So we're gonna. All right, I'm back. Happy Motivational Monday. I am back, y'all. I'm trying to see can we get in here all at the same time with YouTube. And for some reason, yes, I did get a little glitch, but I hear my voice. It sounds very good and clear. So that's a good thing. And so, yes, y'all, this is what we call being motivated. I told you all every time we come before you, if I have a glitch because of the area, whatever it is, then I work with what I have. I'm just thankful to be alive and be able to still have the mind to want to be motivated, to be able to inspire or hopefully prayerfully to be able to give us something to think about positively that we can do, because God knows we got a lot of negative things going on, or that what feels like the adversary trying to get busy again. But they're doing their job. It's up to us to do ours, right? And so I'm in here on YouTube. We'll see how long it takes. And those who are that's not used to me coming in, but I am going to dive right in. But I had to do the commercial. It's doing the slow connect thing again. I had to do the little short, brief commercial for. Yeah, I had to do a short, brief commercial, you all, to make sure that I had everything adjusted, to make sure that you all were updated on what it was that I was trying to do. So I'm not trying to get myself into a space or place where I'm not recognizing what's going on around me. So I just want to say thank you all so much for those who all that tune in now, and for those who all that tune in later, because this is a task to try to get to a place where you can come before you all and be able to still, and then try to work a couple of networks. Oh yeah, it works some patience in you. It works some patience in you. That's what it takes. And so, yeah, so I am very aware of what's going on. I see that they're trying to use. I didn't have a set topic for today, so we're going to freestyle and go by the leading of what's in my mind and my heart to share with you all. I was given word by one of my brothers that are working out here with making a difference, with taking care of family and loved ones and the community, and they are a leader in their own right. That there is supposed to be a thing, you all, going on where they're trying to pit quote unquote black women against men, and some men are falling for it against the women. Well, you all, what I have to say about that on this Motivational Monday, what Dr. Hill, has to say about that. But y'all, come on now. We're the first ones to say that we don't like people playing with our minds, right? I know I am. I'm the first one to say I don't like anyone playing games with me. However, if we know this and we know this is, I'm talking about from those who are aware, then let's not fall for, as we used to call it, the old okey doke, okay? Anytime something or someone or a group of people are trying to pit men and women against each other, like we don't have enough of differences as it is, we know that that is of the devil. That is evil. That could not help us to grow together in love and peace and harmony. It will not help us as families. I know some would think that because of the things, the few that tune in, and when they do, you probably figure that, oh, okay, well, Dr. Chef will be on board because she's gone through and she knows what it is to be betrayed. She knows what it is to have someone to turn their backs on them. She knows what it is to be played with. She knows what it is to be used for likes and shares and all these other things. But no, you all, not even with my testimony that I have not fully shared yet, because there's a set time for it. And yes, the adversary will have its way. Your enemy will have their way with manipulation and trying to pit you against each other. But what I like to encourage us all to do on this Motivational Monday is to take advantage of making sure that your spirit is right, that we're doing the right thing from the heart, because we'll always have an adversary or enemy. Thank you all for whoever's tuning in. Please like and share, because I'm just sharing the good talk and testimony from the heart concerning the things that I'm hearing that's going on, that I do not participate in, but I will take on the initiative to do what I believe God has placed me. One of the reasons why God has placed me here on this earth and why He allowed me to be birthed. Thank God for my mother and my father for allowing me to be born at the time that I was, because even though at that time we had a lot of oppression and things going on against us, there was still a shift and a change in the atmosphere even then. In 1975, hey there, cousin Pat, it's good to see you. Giving love to the family out there in Alabama. Can't wait to see you all. But yes, but I would like to encourage us to not to be at odds against each other. We already have enough envy. We have enough jealousy. We already have enough differences in religion. We already have enough fighting against us than to allow a presidency who gets into office to do more interference and bring about more chaos within our personal lives. Come on, y'all. Aren't y'all tired of someone telling you that we're dysfunctional, that you don't have your family or your family in order or together? Aren't we tired of allowing others that will not help you pay your bills, that don't have a heaven or a hell to put you in, that do not care about whether or not you live or die? Why would we put all of that responsibility in our life in their hands by arguing and fussing and allowing ourselves to get caught up with people that have their own battles to fight? It's not worth it, you all. As they say, God is not pleased. God is not pleased. And we know it because we know what the vision does. It says that a house divided against itself shall not stand. You all that say that you believe in God and you believe in God coming to, that He's in control, then just know that He does that through us. He uses us for that. He doesn't just use nature and Mother Nature to do that. He uses us as living beings to do that as well. We are those vessels. So that's the reason why you hear me always quote what the late Bishop John H. Pettifer used to say. Yeah, each one, I need you, you need me, we need one another, but we need one another at our best. We need one another with love. We need one another with compassion. We need one another to be able to survive and thrive so we can make it to 2025. And we know tomorrow's not promised. So that means we don't have time to get caught up in politicking. Yeah, I called it exactly what it is. We don't have time to get caught up in politicking. All the laws is made, and whoever is in office, it's clear that God allowed it. Yes. And so when we're boxing, not knowing what the outcome is, this is just my thought concerning. It's not even an opinion. It's my thoughts. And I believe that it's valid because I'm not caught up in those groups. I'm not caught up. All praises be to God. I'm not caught up in the going back and forth with anyone about whether or not a woman should be in office just because they did this thing where they want to use it. This will be historical and all this. When has Satan ever told the truth to you that was going to set you free? It's just a thought. When has your enemy ever told the truth to you to help set you free? Or to help make sure that you're well and that you're trusting in God and have done everything in his power to make sure that you are at peace? When has he ever? So it's time out for you all. On this Motivational Monday, I'd like to encourage you all to not to give up and not to give in, as I always do when I come before you all, and to recognize Satan's and all of his little devices. And the devices come through these television and on these internets where any and everybody can come before you and present whatever they want. And we say to ourselves, we want taxes, we want this, we want that, we don't do. Guess what? We have to work with what we got to work with. We're supposed to be focusing on preparing for war. We're supposed to be stocking up on our food. We're supposed to be stocking up on our necessities. We're supposed to be getting prepared for whatever the adversary has set for us. And that is what the distraction is. We don't have no more time for a woman to be able to be hating on men, or for men to be hating on women. That's clearly against the will of God, or else he wouldn't have used both of us, a man and a woman, to create the world. It wasn't never meant for us to be against each other. As we see, even when you look at gardening, when you look at the earth and how it's set up, the dirt, in order for their flower to grow, in order for your food to grow, in order for the trees to grow, even though the dirt don't look good, the tree, in order, the seed being planted into that dirt, into that soil, is what actually helps to grow a beautiful plant, a beautiful flower, a beautiful vegetation, a beautiful tree, a beautiful fruit. So even though both sources, natural resources, are different, a seed does not look like dirt, does it? It has a different shape and a different form. And so that's how I like to see us as a people. We have more alike than what we actually have that's not alike. A male, as according to nature and what I've always known to be taught, was that, a man by his organs, even though we all share most of the same organs, they're just shaped different. Where with a man, externals, his organs are more external to show you his genital, where with we as women, ours are most usually internal. God used the both to produce another being, a girl or a boy. How is it that we can allow ourselves on this Motivational Monday to allow the fact that there was a race, you all, there was a challenge, there was there was some type of laws that was set up for a group of people. Now it wasn't me and you, but there was a group of people that made a decision, that was sitting in the seat in a high position, what we call high in this world, that made the decision to put a woman or a male in office. And if we be fair, most of us are really just upset because we're getting sick and tired of seeing what mankind has done to this world. Let's just be honest. I get it. But come on now, y'all. Y'all remember the old the singer, for those of y'all don't act too sanctimonious. I think his name was, I think his initials was JB. And I think it stood for James Brown. It's what's that song? that he had out. That it is a man's world, but that it wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. He used, thank you, Aunt Cousin Pat, thank you so much. He used the both of us for a reason. How can two walk together except they agree? There was a walking, there was a commitment, at some point, a uniting that had to take place in order for you and me to be here today. And so that's what it's going to take. However way it started is the way it's going to have to end. But we cannot get there fighting one another. We cannot get there. This is the reason why the divorce rate is high. It's not because those don't believe the hype and all the lies. It's not because of what other people tradition, practice, and all that. No, it's because of the selfishness of us. It is because somebody decided that they didn't want to be united because they wanted to do other things that was not good for the family. And they decided they wanted self-glory for the most part. They decided, I want to be single. I don't want to have to compromise. I want to be able to do this and do that. They decided, forget the family. I'm going to tear this apart. And if you all just pay attention, that is still what's happening today with our rulers. And I believe it's one of the reasons why the Bible says for us to pray for the rulers of this world. And then now we have a position that we can take that other countries have taken. And the Bible gives us the right for those who believe in it to say that if there is somebody that's not ruling properly, that the people have a right to overthrow a wicked ruler. However, if we're not overthrowing anything that we feel like that is wrong, if we're not overthrowing it, then that means that silence is consent. That means that we are not supposed to be taking up arms against each other. Your husband's not supposed to be fighting with the wives. The wives are not supposed to be fighting with the husbands to the point to where it's turned the entire family apart over who's in office. Come on, y'all. Did Trump marry you? I just want to just go there with y'all. Greetings, Sister Dorothy. Did Trump marry you and your husband and your wife? Did Kamala marry you and your husband and your wife, for those who are that's married that's tuning in? Did they personally come and make sure that your bills was paid? Did they tell you to go to church and serve God and make sure that you trust God and get to know God for yourself? Did they give you anything? Let's just think about it. And I'm not talking about no stimulus check. That's money that you already earned and done made for the years that you have been here, been a taxpayer. Come on, let's be real, y'all. So this whole game on social media and other places where we talking about pitting women against men, we got enough. We don't need no help. We got enough differences and enough odds to pick each other apart about than to have to add who they chose to put into office is all I'm saying on this Motivational Monday. Exactly. Of course they didn't. And so I'm just here to encourage you all to understand that we got to get back to the foundation. A house can't stand without a good foundation. But my God, if we go along with those the scientists that chose that they would need to help God when it came down to snow, when it came down to rain, when it came down to tornadoes and whirlwinds, that we need to give it a boost. Those are the new technologies and machinery that they have now, where they think they got to help God take and nourish the earth. They got to help him tear up some things. I'm one that I don't believe that he needs our help in that way. Some things are the natural laws of nature. It will take care of itself. So our job is to take care of ourselves and our families is what I'm getting to, you all. Because what wicked men do, what wicked women do, wicked people do, that's their place. It's to cause destruction. I don't know about you, but if I see a vicious dog that's been trained to attack a man or a woman or anything that's near its sight, because it's been taught to be protective, to protect its territory. And today the territory is my money. Today the territory is that's my land. Today the territory is this is my country. then whatever dog is set to attack, then I think that it would be wise if we just take out the time to think about it and read the sign that say, beware of the dogs. What do you do when you see a wild dog running out? Do you actually keep jogging that direction, or do you stop and turn around? Most people that's not frozen to death or that's not in the state of shock have sense enough to slowly walk back and try to look around to see where they can go to safety. And the moment that dog come out to attack, because it's territorial like that, because it's vicious like that, then usually common sense say, find some gate or some car, anything you can to run for protection and hide, or to get back into your house as fast as you can, because the dog, it was trained to bite. The dog was trained to protect. Now, I'm not calling our president a dog, y'all. But what I am saying is that if you don't know what God has placed that man in this position for, or what God has allowed this man to be in position for, it is best for us to allow God to do his own work, and for us to make sure that we're governing ourselves in our own home. And so when people ask me, Dr. Chef, Dr. Hill, who did you vote for? I said, I vote for God and common sense. That's not popular today, I see. I wrote, you can't put me in front of a ballot today with that I can see that's going on in this world today. I will put down there real quick, the most high God over the entire universe. That's what I vote for. Because voting for us, look at what we do to each other as a people already, y'all. If we're struggling just to be nice to our neighbor, or our neighbor is struggling to be nice to us and be cordial, and here it is, it's not even a war yet. I mean, we're in one, but it's at different stages right now. It hasn't affected every state in every country just yet, but in its own way, depending on how you look at it. Remember Channel 9, for those of you all used to tune in to Channel 9, PBS, you should say, it's all how you look at it. And I remember seeing it as a child and thinking about, what do that mean by it's all how you look at it? Well, they will always be explaining to us something, maybe how they make streets, or how did the electric people make the big poles. They were always showing you something that they were creating. And then if somebody was confused, it would follow up with, it's all how you look at it. And so what I'm seeing is that there are so many of us, thanks to the desensitizing and the killing off of good natural foods, thanks to so many being hooked on pharmaceutical drugs and just other regular chemicals and drugs, it has affected our minds to where we can't see clear of what's going on around us. And so we react to everybody that's reacting. We react to everybody that's mad about something. Okay, well, they angry, so I should be angry too. Meaning that you have no sense of self. You have no sense of how to govern yourself like a human being, like a divine being that God has created. We have no sense of, it's like you forget all of the good teachings that some of us have had. And I have to put emphasis on some, because some wasn't fortunate enough, unfortunately, to be taught how we should be as a people. Most have not even been taught how to love. Now, I know this because I've been counseling for a while. Hey there, Sister Tyra, you and Sister King Nicole. It's a blessing to see you all. And so this is not the time, you all, for what I'm here to encourage you all to do on this Motivational Monday, because I don't want to get confused. It's for us to assess our own self in our life, and not to allow the adversary to get us so caught up in getting in mental distress over whether or not a woman would be in the office, to the point to where you lose sight of what you need to be storing up for yourself. So when a war break out, whether it's a race war, whether it's a chemical warfare, whether it's a war against another country, you are getting prepared to fight. Yeah, I said it, to fight. Some may be getting prepared to just take themselves up out of here. Whatever you're preparing to do, I know one thing: we can't focus on it by fussing and fighting over who's in office and who's not. We know that the agenda is not ever set to be what is best for the American people. It's always the agenda of what's best for them and their family and their generation. What is good, what they call business. We're not living in a country, you all. It's very obvious. We are not living in a country that was made for the good of us as a people. We are living in a country that was made for profit, for money. That's the reason why they allow so many people from all over the country. While we're trying to pack up our bags and go away and move away to other countries, those people in the other countries are trying to come here to America to make money so that they can take care of their people back home. So that should tell you right there that they're operating as a banking system. No matter how bad the financial state of America is in, it's like a parent. If you think about it, any of you all, I know I got a daughter in college. Any of y'all have children that's in college and they get low. What are they going to do? They call home, Mom, can you send me some money so that I can get you, some necessities? Or Mom, can you help me pay this bill? Or Mom, my books, weren't covered this time. I got on. It doesn't matter that you live in paycheck to paycheck. Daddy, I need my brakes fixed. I need my car fixed. That's what the other countries are doing with America, from what I can see. That still takes, and they don't care about it being in debt from China or for any other country. They don't care about what it owes because of the many things that were stolen and because of the injustice that's been done. They care about what they can get from America. And so that's the reason why you all don't see me in other countries right now rallying, trying to suck America dry, because you can't get back at the evil, wicked rulers that set these laws into motion to oppress people or to enslave anybody without having to be one that's taking from the people that they are enslaving. You can't do it. You can't not get to the head without it affecting the whole house. And so I'm saying the common sense thing, I would think would be for us to remember that we all need one another in a time of crisis. And to be more realistic and in fully understanding that your brother's issue and situation may not be yours, and yours may not be theirs, but somewhere in the middle, we can barter. It's something that you have that can help someone else that's in this place, that's right here, dealing with what we are dealing with. And I fully understand that we ain't seen the half of it yet. We're just scratching the surface for what's about to come. Can you imagine what our grandparents and great-grandparents went through? And a lot of them that made it to 70, 80, 90 years back in the 1500s, 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, not 1900s. Now we in the 2000s. You all know about the predictions that have taken place of Nostradamus, and some of you all do. Please like, share. Don't forget to like, share, you all, because somebody's going to need this encouragement and a wake-up call for some common sense. I know we have a lot of us out here on social media now talking a whole lot of talk. And we got a lot of us that's feeling inspired to use this internet to make a difference. And that's good, because we need it, because we are still outnumbered. There's a scripture that says that the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So there are those that are laboring in the way that they think that they should, and they may not be doing it for a good cause. They may not. But it is better than doing something good than participating in all of the so-called not so good in this world today. I will say that. And so I couldn't help, because I was coming across a little reading, just a little reading that I had came across. As you all know, on most of the Motivational Monday, I have been teaching from The Mathematics of the Mind, from the book from Brother Nuri Muhammad. You all know that I've been going there, and because I found some good nuggets, some good common sense nuggets there that I really liked. It's a short book, and I was able to get through it. Well, I am getting through it with you all, and I have deliberately not read through the entire book so that I can get the same experience when I read certain things with you all that tune in. And I don't know, right as I was thinking about this today, I went straight to the page, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm looking at it, and it says on just one of them, I'm not going to read a lot on here. It's on page 30. It says, when we do good by and for other people, we do good, and it says, do no good seeking gain. Seeking gain. It doesn't say that you can't get anything back for doing good, but it says don't do it just to seek gain. And that's the time, that's the country, that's the spirit that's in this country, that everything good that we do, somebody got to gain something back. And in most cases, they're trying to gain way more than what they have given. There's no one human being on this earth. If it is, please let me know, and I will congratulate them. I will give honors that I know of, that I can physically see here on this earth, that is giving everybody life. No one person that's present today that I know of that's in the world that is giving everybody life. I see that we all come from a source. And then I'm not going to get on the subject matter of who may be human and who may not be. I'm just sticking with where we are now, that I don't know one human being that's here on earth, no matter how many of us call ourselves gods, no matter how many of us say that I'm so divine, the lips that touch swine will never touch mine. I'm so divine. Y'all know about that? I don't know of any source here. So that means that all of us must be a part of a body, part of this world, and all of us have a function. All of us have our due diligence to do what you've been placed here to do, no matter what part of the body you represent. And when I say body, yes, I do mean the world. No matter what part of the world you represent. You all that's on Facebook, I do see that it's glitching. It may be wise if you go on YouTube. My channel is free. It's not glitching on YouTube at Dr.Chef Wellness Channel. If you put it into the bar code on YouTube, it'll say Dr.Chef Wellness Channel. If you want to go into that, and then that way it won't glitch as much, because I don't know how much time they're going to give me on Facebook. Okay. And back to YouTube, back to you all. And so I'm saying right now, you all, let's think. Please like and share, but let's think, you all. It's not worth us causing more dissension, causing more strife, it's not worth us causing any more strife, going at each other about who won and who didn't. We still have to prepare the same if you think about it. You still have to feed your family. For those who have it, you still have to take care of yourself. For those who all have a job, you still got to go to work. Those of us who have a business, you still got to handle your business. Think about it. And so therefore, if those things that we all have in common that we have to do on a daily basis is still prevalent, it's still what we have to do no matter who's in office, then why are we getting ourselves all revved up and choked up and going into panic depression? I'm not talking about you all in particular that's tuning in right now, but I'm talking about those who are going into distress and meltdowns over whether or not a woman got into office or not. I don't know about y'all, but my elders used to tell me that it's not wise to ask for more responsibilities. I don't think that it's a wise thing for anyone to ask for more responsibilities. Because what I see is that when we coming from the country that we live in, it is very obvious that we have been prone to be greedy and to waste a lot. And so I can only pray that the president that's in office right now, that what I'm hearing about the Robert F. Kennedy, as you all know, that's tuning in, please like, share, that helps me to grow the channel. Know that me being a naturopathic doctor, practitioner, health coach, life coach, and working in the healing ministry, you have to know then that my first most important thing that I'll be looking for is what I've heard about him and Robert F. Kennedy, not making it or passing a law where shots won't have to be mandated, making it to where they will make a law that goes against America selling or being able to grow genetically modified food that is not healthy for our people, it's not healthy for our children. Having it set to where there's any laws that can be overturned that has to make a girl have to question whether or not she's a girl, or a boy they have to question whether or not he's a boy, for us to have to be ashamed of what gender you are, and all of that nonsense. That's what my purpose would be. That's what I advocate for. I had someone to ask me, and it was a loved one that asked me, okay, so what rights, what is your thoughts? Now, I know that they knew, but maybe they thought that it had changed because they realized I speak to so many people from time to time with counseling. And so they asked me, and I appreciate them asking me, but I still had to stand, as they say, 10 toes down. So what is your views? I'ma say it, on gay rights. They said, what is your views on gay rights? I said, I don't have no views on gay rights. I said, my view and my stance is for human rights, period. I said, because I don't know anyone that's proclaiming or trying to get anybody to go along with any kind of way of lifestyle or anything that they do that's not human. I don't know of any other way. And I don't care to change that. Because at the end of the day, no matter what your sexual preference is, no matter what your lifestyle is, you're going to have to deal with a human if you're on this earth. It's not my job to be in your bedroom. That will be between you and God. It is my job to stand firm on who I believe and who I know and what has been proven to me to know who I am and what I am. It is my job and my responsibility that for anyone that I'm speaking to and that I am to encourage, I am supposed to be there for, is to acknowledge who God has made them to be. My job as a mother is to teach my daughters who they are, to teach my son who they are, to teach my grandchildren who they are. My job is not to get caught up in every fad that come through, no more than it is for every piece of vegan junk food that they have that's on the market now that may look like a fake meat. So if I can't afford to do that with materialistic things, and I can't afford to do that with genetically modified food, then surely I can't afford to do that with anybody that's confused about who they are and what they are. That is my stance, and I'm standing on it. And it has nothing to do with me hating anyone. That is me fully understanding who I am. And when times change, that sometimes people will too. But I have not been given the permission to change the origin of who I am based off of man-made laws. I follow after the best of my abilities God-made laws, the laws of nature. The laws of nature tells me that I can't pull something out of my skirt that looks like a man and feel comfortable with walking into the restroom of a man's restroom that's labeled a man, or I don't care if it says unisex, I'm still a little nervous, but I'm still going to be looking around. Now, you got a problem with that because I understand that about myself, then that's your problem. It's not mine. And we just have to get to a place, you all, where we have to understand and where we accept that there is always going to be someone else that's thinking different from you. We got to understand there will always be someone else that's in this world that's thinking different than you. We see many, many stories concerning it, whether it be biblical, whether it be through history, but most definitely through time, we can tell that every man and everybody will never all think exactly alike. But I'm gonna tell you, as much as we like to debunk the word of God, what we call the word of God, or what we call the Bible, the Bible, I do look forward to the day and really do hope in my spirit that it says that there will come the time, the last days, to say every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that he is Lord. I do look forward to the time where we all can unite on something, because it's just in my makeup, it's in my spirit, because we've been divided for so long. I do look forward for something that's greater and powerful, more powerful than me, than you, to come along and say, I'll separate the wheat from the tare. I'll separate the good from the bad, because we're not doing a good job of it. Yeah, I said it. We're not doing a good job of it. I don't look for man to be the sun that shine on me. I don't look for a woman to be the rain that'll rain down on me, or the water that will rain down on me. I understand that there is a different position. So how do I look like looking at a woman saying, you know what, woman, I need for you to be water and I need for you to rain down on me? How do I look looking at a man and saying that I need for you to be the SUN and I need for you to shine on me? And I don't mean anything comical about it. I mean it exactly the way I just stated it. So, but that's the time that we're living in, where we got now what they call holograms and different things that's creating an illusion. Now, I just read where they got now, where they coming out where you can get you a spouse or a mate that's a hologram, that you can pick and choose a personality. They literally size up what they feel like you need emotionally, and so they're practicing emotional manipulation with it. And so it's a woman outside the country that's supposedly them paid for and went down for having her first hologram husband or spouse, where it shows up as a white man, and it's sitting there talking to her. They have arguments, disagreements, and all this extra stuff. Y'all, this is the time that we're living in. Boy, if you ain't put a exclamation mark on illusion and strong delusion like ain't never before. They talking about reach out and touch someone. I don't even know how they touch, but I hear that they even got it set, y'all, where they can even make you feel like you touching someone. And so, y'all, this is the time for what I'm saying is that if this be so, and this is what's going to be taking place between now and let's say the next 10 to 20 years, with a very sense of the nature, the natural order of touch, the natural order of feel, the natural order of I'm speaking to a human being. Like it ain't bad enough that we got to do Zoom and that we have to be speaking to each other through this. Now we're talking about creating more of a disconnect from actual flesh and blood. If we got to deal with that, you all, then I say that means that we should be cherishing the moment and the time that we have now, where you can actually touch your food and eat it instead of looking at a hologram and having them playing with the lust of your eye and the lust of your flesh, and then having you thinking that you're eating, but you're not really eating. And slowly but surely, your body is withering away because you're getting no nourishment except for a mental stimulation. You know, kind of how they do with pornography, where the man don't have an actual woman, or the woman is not with an actual man, and they're watching all of these sexual deeds take place, and they're having a bodily reaction because in their imagination, this is happening. They're lusting after what is unnatural, until the point to where the cells is telling the body to react like it's actually in the action of being with an actual real human being. Or to the point to where it makes you feel like, okay, because this is beautiful, this is handsome, this is what I want, but I don't physically have it. I want to touch myself, to play pretend with myself, to make me think that I'm actually being intimate with my wife or with my husband. Well, look at how that has turned out, you all. I don't have to do a whole, see, that's a whole nother segment. But you all get exactly, that's tuning in, that's old enough, get exactly what I'm saying. They're playing with your mind. They're playing with your soul. I don't know about you all, but any leaders that would allow for a television or for an internet to make it lawful word when you go to certain other countries where it's even illegal to try to even sell a cell phone to a child. Less known talking about messing with their gender. I would not be fussing and arguing and cutting no fool, no acting no fool over somebody that won't even pass common sense act laws. But yet, they allow you to be fed McDoubles and White Casket and Hurt You Chicken and all these other deadly foods that's going to cause cancer and diabetes and high blood pressure and cause obesity and cause blindness and cause migraines and fibroids and all different type of malignancies and diseases in the body, and tell you that it's okay, it's considered food, convenient food that's not food actually. Just because you can chew it and eat it don't mean that it's meant to be eaten. They'll pass a law and then turn around and protect the corporation and say that, oh, we got a law called Common Sense Act law. Y'all look it up. You ain't got to take my word for it. It's out there. That it protects those corporations that's giving you genetically modified food with no nourishment, that will not heal your body, none whatsoever. They've been truthful about that part. That yes, we call this convenient food. Any president, anybody that's ruling over the world, you all, that won't even make sure that you have good, healthy, nourishing food. No way on earth would I be arguing with my mate or with my brother or sister and my family about it, because they have not earned that type of honor and respect. They have not earned that. What they want you to do is get your act together and go to work for your country. They want you to do business so they can tax your tail to death. Can I say it like that? So why would we be cutting a fuss? You know that once the president get in office, he's not the only one that's making the decisions. You have the House of Representatives. You have the powers that be. You have the United Kingdom. You have other countries. You have the capital. You have hundreds of other people, at least that's how it's written here, that will influence a vote. All the president can do is veto something or not. But I can promise you this, if he veto too much from the other leaders that he has to adhere to, and that's part of his cabinet, he gonna wind up vetoing his life away, because then you don't do what they say do. And as far as their popular vote, then they gonna figure out a way to veto him. And we saw a picture that no matter whether or not you figured it was staged or not, just the fact that we still had a president called John H. Kennedy that was assassinated, and he didn't took a shot at Reagan too. And they had those who had to sit back and say, you know what, I'm going to get ready to get out of this. So that should tell you something right there. And they were not considered quote unquote black men, or they weren't a woman. So that should tell us something. I'm here to motivate you all to get back to common sense and stop fussing or arguing over whether or not a man or a woman was in office, instead of focusing on, do we have a righteous one that's actually for the good of the land? Do we have a righteous one that's running the country, a righteous group of people? The answer is clearly no, for the most part. And so therefore, we all have to fend for self. We all have to look out. You got to look out for your neighbor and yourself, your family. That is what I come to motivate us to do. So it's important that when we do good, like you say, if you want to reap good, then you sow good. But if you have reaped a whole lot of bad and you intentionally trying to reap good, it's saying the matters of the heart matter. That will backfire on you. that will backfire on us. So it says, I'm going to go ahead and read this. It says, on 30 of the book of the Mathematics of the Mind by Brother Nuri Muhammad. Please like and share, you all. This says, this means we should not keep score. It says, when you do good by or for other people, it says that we're not supposed to seek gain. But that's all you see, don't you? I'm taking care of this person. I'm doing this. Y'all supposed to pay me. This means that we should not keep score. Do not spend time trying to measure if they have done their part back to you in like measure. I had to make sure I check myself for that too. Even though I never expected for anyone to ever do whatever I give, I used to forget about that I did it because I'm already moving on to the next thing, the next person, the next work, because it comes natural for me. But even I still have to remind myself of that. If I've given a lot of time, if I've given free consultation, I'm giving free stuff, and I'm giving that I have to pay for. And then here it is, then you get nothing back in return. Do I let that stop me from giving? No. If I have it, I still give. Do that let me mean mug and start hating on people? No. Because I've learned this at an early age. So I encourage you all to try your best to do it now. If you're still alive and breathing and well, you can do the same thing. You can still work on it from today. If you wasn't doing it yesterday, work on it for today. And so it says, know that God judges and he is the best judge. No good deed goes without its just reward. So even if no one ever gives you reciprocity, I'm going through that, you all are tuning in. You all know I started coming here live on a regular basis on Motivational Monday, Wellness Wednesday a couple of years ago, right before COVID. And you all know who I did it with. And to this day, that's why you don't hear, I'm not getting no reciprocity for that. I'm not, no matter how much I took care of as much as I could, no matter how many sleepless nights I had, no matter how much I sacrificed, still, no government of reciprocity is not your son or your daughter or your husband or your wife. That's a hard one, ain't it, you all? Because we all want some recognition, don't we, for the hard work that we do. And of course, it does not mean, I don't take it to mean that it says that don't expect for someone to say thank you or that they appreciate you or to do right by you. But what it's saying is that even if you do, then you do it from the heart. You do it from the will of God, knowing that it's just the right thing to do. So it's my right thing to do no matter how poorly I was being treated from time to time, no matter how disrespected where you can give glory to an ungodly man, but then forget about your wife or forget about your husband. No matter how much of dissatisfaction, unfair or unjust things that were taking place, I still had to do the work. They still had to do the work. I still had to trust in God that, oh, well, you see this, God. You see this neglect. You see this because I won't go along with sin, or because I won't go along with an untraditional marriage, or because I won't go along with lying to the people, because I won't go along with that is not good for the family, or because I won't make an ungodly man my God. Then you get shunned. You get not mentioned ever again in my book. Well, here go, you all. Here it is right here. The governing of reciprocity is not your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife. The governing of reciprocity is the Lord, our God. And he will never shortchange you or me. He'll never shortchange you. Social interaction, we must be kind and good to the others. That's what it said. And I couldn't believe it because I didn't read this yet. Honest to God, I didn't read it yet. And so I'm reading this as you all, we're reading this together. Hey, there's Sister Edna. And your package is on the way too. Yes, this has got your package coming on the way. Thank you so much. Okay, and so here goes. It says, Jesus teaches, I came not into the world to be served. Yeah, that's what I was doing with. Some people's love language is to be served. But here is what Yeshua said. I came not into this world to be served, but I came but let him who is going to be chief among you be your servant. No, serve you. So that should never be, you got me, y'all don't give me this, I'll never be broken. Y'all ain't there. No. You're here to serve others, period. And you better not complain about it. I can't complain about it because I know that is part of how God created me, is to be a servant to his people. And I love it to put a smile on people's face, not in the sense of where it used to be, where it's just about people pleasing, but to know that God is pleased and it actually helps someone. That is what my strength comes from. And this is why I pray that it encourages you all to do the same. Okay, here it goes. It says, what does this really mean? The best person is the one that is out trying to do for other people. They are putting service above self, actually putting service above self, not making it look like they are. Never worrying about getting back everything that you do. Do it for the Lord of the worlds. Do it because you are blessed and to be able to be a blessing. I'm rich. Y'all, I've been hearing it. I've seen our people boast. I'm rich. I'm not poor. I got this. I got that. I'm good. I got money. I got this. I got that. Well, you must have that to be a blessing to others. It didn't say go begging everybody else for it. Nothing wrong with asking for help. But to be trying to damn people to hell because of what you chose to do, and I'm a firm believer that if you say God told you to do something, then do it. Don't try to drag me in it and then try to make me feel guilty about what you say God told you to do. Now, if you need some help, then it says that you have not because you ask not. So ain't nothing wrong with asking for help. But to try to make your conviction of what God told you to do my conviction is wrong. That's what I gather out of that, you all. So if we're doing that, y'all, let's stop and let's think about it. Let's think about it, because everybody has the different roles and different jobs they have to do. Okay? All right. It says, do it because you are blessed to be a blessing. You got it? Share it. And our God will bless you. However, if we keep on training our minds in the direction that says that your blessing will come from the person you loan money to, I don't know about y'all, but I don't loan money. I don't loan money. Ain't nobody that can pop through this screen that says that I loan the money. I give money. When I have it, I give it. Forget about it. The only way you get me to truly remember that I gave you something is if you're trying to make me feel guilty about trying to give you more. If I can sense that you're trying to drain the life out of me, trying to get more than someone else. I've even taught that to my own children. That's important because now you got that shows you there's a sign of a greedy spirit or a selfish spirit where you just always want to take, but you never want to give. So we have to be careful with that one, y'all. However, if we keep on training our mind in the direction that says that your blessings will come from the person you loan the money to, the son you raise or the daughter you raise, you will be disappointed always. Because that son and daughter going to get their money out of you one way or another. All your good deeds are accounted for by God. The believers say, the only place I am looking for recognition and blessing is from the Lord God. And I will wait for him to provide because God is the best of providers. Now, some people y'all may think that that's just too spiritual. Well, it didn't say that God wouldn't use another person to be a blessing to you. It didn't say that whatever work that you put forth, that it wouldn't come back and that you could be that you wouldn't be able to be that you wouldn't be able to receive any type of benefits from the work that you put forward. It's not saying that. And so I like for us to think about that. And it says, here it is on 32 friends, how many of us have them? Y'all don't come on. I don't know about y'all, but even though I've been raised up in church all my life, yeah, I remember y'all already know I'm going there. Friends, How many others have them? Let's be friends. The ones we can depend on. Let's be friends. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I had to add some type of humor up in there. Y'all remember, those of y'all that remember the song, you know what I'm talking about. Let's be friends. How many others have them is the title for page 32. I told you it's a good book, y'all. I told you, go get it, brotherNuriMuhammad.com. The Mathematics of the Mind. I told you all. I told you, go get it. It says, in addition, expect of social interactions is choosing the right kind of people as friends. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that one is a tricky one because sometimes you don't know until time goes by. A question was raised in Via X, formerly known as Twitter. What is the definition of a true friend? This is something we all need to know because everybody had a friend at some point, and we no longer have them as friends. It said everybody had a friend at some point, and we no longer have them. May not no longer have them as a friend. What happened? Very few people, this is what it says, very few people have friends that they have had their entire life. I know that to be true now, but for a while I thought that everybody had friends that they've known most of their life. I do have friends that I still have from grade school. And yes, we're all on social media trying to keep up because different ones are out of town. And no, we don't all the time get together at all. You know, a lot of times we just talk when we can because we respect one another's lives. We respect that we have businesses, we have family, we have children now. Some of us have grandchildren now. And so whenever we can talk, whenever we catch up, whenever we look on social media and we see a birthday or a child graduating, congratulations, happy birthday. We do. Y'all know how it works. Y'all know how it works. So that's what we do. So we use social media for that, to try to keep up with our grade school friends. I'm on my high school page, so we'll try to keep up with each other's on social media, and that helps us to save some money too. But that's also a sign that you have good friends because they're wishing you well, even though they're not able to be there for you every day, even though you may not pick up the phone every day and talk to them, because you respect the fact a friend will respect your life. A friend will respect the time that you have and fully understand that once you get a family, once you get business, once you start living life and become mature and an adult, they're just happy that you are alive and well. And whenever they can speak to you, they're happy to speak to you. So I am thankful that I am one of those few people that I do have that in my life. And I dare to start calling out names, Laverne Jenkins. I dare to start calling out names, Anisha Brisson. I dare LaShonda Johnson. They gonna give me Shanice Jeffrey. I dare. Darren, and then look. I dare they all gonna get me. Y'all, there's too many of them. We all come up together in school. And y'all are doing well. Thank God. Some of us have passed on, but for the most part, we all are there. And don't none of y'all come in the lady that see this lady and tell me, you ain't called on my name. I thought we were friends. Don't do that to me, Tamika. Don't do that to me, Mark. Tammy, come on now. And your husband, Albert. I like the list to go on and on. That is just a blessing. It is. It's a blessing. And none of us are a burden to each other because we understand the value. I believe that we all understand the value of friendship. And all of us had different lifestyle. Some were Christians, some were Muslims, some don't believe in anything right now. But the one thing we believed in for sure that we had in common is that we wanted to see each other doing well in life and being healthy. And we wanted to see each other's families do well. Now, I have learned, and I'm going to go to here. It says, one cannot be a friend of man unless we become a friend of God. And I had to learn that the hard way. I didn't realize that, and I'm not going to say how or through who, because I want you all to focus on the lesson. You all know that's what I like to use, but it's such a good example that when you mate, even when you mate, that it is important that if you are the one that have friends or people that come and see about you and your mate doesn't, for whatever reason, that you be careful even with that, because that's a separation there that goes to show you that is a difference. If you're with someone that have mental dysfunctions and having spiritual warfare, and now they're not acting friendly to themselves because they haven't gotten that connection with God enough to learn how to be friends to themselves. That is an issue today. I lived through that too. I've lived through it. And so you have to get to a place, you all. That's what I mean by we don't got time to be arguing about who in office. They don't care about who your friends is. Come on, y'all. That's us worried about whether or not he with Kanye or not. That's us worried about who endorsing it. If the wine and Pastor Wine is Marvin Wine is supporting the president or not. That's us doing that. They're just feeding us the illusion. They're feeding us through our eyes, through the windows of our soul. And we have to be encouraged and understand that the main thing that matters is that as long as we have breath in our bodies, that we do what we have to do to take care of us. They're going to do what they feel like they want to do and need to do to take care of their business in this country. And if that means go to war, and if that means to deport other people in other places, if that means they're going to save you taxes or cut taxes, if that means that they're going to release all the people that they are have incarcerated wrongfully, then they will. If not, they won't. Either way, you still got to put food on your table. Either way, you still got to take care of your children if you have children. Either way, we all got a God to answer to. And so that's what I was glad to share with you all today. It's so much more there, but I didn't want to go ahead and drag it out because I'm just thankful that I was able to get in there. And so those of y'all that hung in for Facebook, oh, bless y'all soul. I saw it glitching. And so I'm looking forward to coming back to you all. And please get your bug out bags. Get your bug out bags. Bug out bags, you know what it is. I shared it. If you go back and look at some of my old YouTube channels, I'm sharing the bug out bag. I don't have it here in this spot right now, but it was a big old bag, which I still recommend, a military bag where you got extra packs of water, you have extra batteries, you have a AM FM radio. For those you all didn't get a ham radio, get that. Your tapes, you got your first aid kit. You have a fold up tent and a warm little blanket. It's a whole lot. So I'm going to keep sharing this again. I will try to do my best to have it for Wellness Wednesday. I'm going to try to tune back in again at 4. If not, then you all know that means I'll be back in again at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. But just know that I'm loving you all, and I don't want us to get confused. Those of you all that tune in to me when I'm being led to share these things with you, it's because I do see and hear what's going on around us, and I do feel highly obligated to share and be a reminder, just one of the reminders, that we are not to give up on one another and not to give up on ourselves. We are to trust God and acknowledge him in all our ways so that he can direct our paths. We are not to get ourselves caught up in the battles that evil people are fighting. I see what's going on. We can only hope and pray and prepare for the best and for the worst. Both. Can't have one without the other. It's going to be days, it's going to be nights. There is a up, there is a down. We choose which direction that we want to go in, you all. Just like you choose what you want to wear every day, you choose what you want to eat every day. We have to choose what lifestyle that we're going to live while we have it. You get it while you live it. You live it while you get it. We got to do it. And so, hey, I am inspired. I am encouraged. I don't know about you all, but I get encouraged encouraging you all. Those of you all that it has helped, you know the number is 618-388-8100. And please, you all, let's not forget, I know it's flu season time again. This is what I'm recommending. This is my personal, so that's the reason why I've got the little tear, whatever. I take this, I squirt it in my mouth. Yeah. I can have that. It's got a light, pretty minty taste to it. And what it does is it clears out. It's got the colloidal silver is one of the base ingredients in it, and that is what we was using for the seed, you all. And you all know they're already suing, and people are Pfizer and different ones are already suing now. They're winning the $1 million contract for those who were fired for acting like it was mandated for them to take the whats and to take the jabs. And now look, you all, we started this. I was very instrumental as far as encouraging us to get vaccination exemption forms at the time, and I'm thankful that it paid off. And so you all, they even working on that as well. And so we got a lot to pray about and to vote still about, and to make the difference that we can for that we can, you all. And so I just like to inspire us, ladies, women, let's not fall for the okie doke. A woman, to be a woman means to be wise. And I know from time to time we can make some foolish decisions based off our emotions. I know I have in my lifetime, based off of feelings, emotion, and based off of manipulation. However, that's not an excuse for those of us that now have gone through it and we notice it to keep falling for the same okie doke. Y'all, we as women, even though we are very influential when we want to be, God has clearly done some great things to us to allow us to birth the nation. But it is not our place to come up against our men that are in power, that are in position to truly make a difference in this world. What we are supposed to be doing, I truly believe, and that is praying and uplifting those who have the power to make a good, godly, positive change in this life, because we all are going to need each other when it's all said and done. I have never seen where there, just think of it. A perfect example of, look at when the floods hit. Look at when Katrina hit. Do you think that different ones was really sitting back thinking about this is a woman or this is a man, this is a child and this is an elder? No, they were thinking about whatever bad condition they were in. They were saving who they could. That's where we're back to now. And if we're getting caught up, I promise you, if we break out into a full war here, where we are now, and you see guns and bullets, and then you see planes dropping bombs, the last thing you're going to be doing if you see somebody that got shelter for you is worrying about whether or not they voted for Trump or Kamala. I just think about it. Will you hold on, wait a minute now, and they got water, they got supplies to come and help you with. You're not going to be stopping them talking about, wait a minute, hold on, did you vote for Trump or did you vote for Kamala? Will you? Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. Are you a Democrat or are you a Republican? No, you're not. You're going to be thankful that you got some support. And my God, for those of us who believe in the peace that make a man be still, and they got ammunition when you need it. You're not going to be worried about that as long as they're not shooting at you. You're going to be thinking protection. I got some covering on top of God. You're not going to be thinking about that if somebody said, I got food and water over here, and here it is, you out of food and water. You're not going to be worried about who they voted for as a president. See, I like to get us down to thinking about, when I say common sense, I like us thinking about what truly matters. What matters? That matters is that we are able to be a help one to another. You saw what I just read on the mathematics of the mind. That's what matters. This is my mind. I didn't just think of this because it's in a book. This is what's in my spirit. It always have been. And so because I'm overfilled with it, I'm thankful for the opportunity. No matter how frustrating the internet get, I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to share with you all. Hey there, Sister Keisha. Hey there, Brother Ty. It's good to see y'all. All you all that's trying to tune in to Facebook. I really hate that it's glitching the way it's glitching on you all, but YouTube is, once again, Dr.Chef Wellness Channel. Please like and share. Please subscribe. That helps a lot. I see that it has increased some, regardless of it. So those y'all on YouTube and it keeps glitching. Hey there, Sister Keisha. If it keeps glitching, thanks for the hearts. Then please go to YouTube on Dr. Chef, Dr. Chef, CHEF, or either just click on the link you all there in Facebook. There's a link that's right there that allow you all to see this on your YouTube for free. Just click that link. It should be a link right there with all those little scribbly little LGBTQ, QRSTUVWXYZ. All right, you all. I know it. The time is of the essence, and I appreciate you all that did tune in. It's a little early there. Yep, it's a little early. I'm doing a little better. It says 5:48. It's getting darker here at this time. I pray that you all tune in for a Wellness Wednesday. We're going to aim for 4 o'clock again. If not, I will be tuning in at 5. Again, this spray right here would be $40. This comes straight to your home from the actual company. You all, not from me. This is not my brand. Once again, I have the sea moss still available for you all, and it is going for $30 now instead of 40, because I want you all to, especially those who's planning on cooking things, what I call killing, but I changed it to things healing if you're cooking healthy food. But if you're not, then it still will highly benefit you all to get you some sea moss and place in your food, and some moringa and other herbs to those who all that have any type of problems with high blood pressure, any issues with anemia. There's different other herbs too that you can use, such as dulse, and also kelp and things of the nature. I've been speaking about that, and I do look forward to soon having that book session out. It's just that I do have my hands quite full, and yes, I do have to assess the time and how I can meet and work with others. And I have that desire, but I want to do that with wisdom, and I want to do that with much consideration of the time that we do have. So thank you all so much for your patience. I am James Radio. It's good to see you, brother. Whoever it is, Sister Edna Salon, how are you? Can you give the yes, ma'am. Yes, so yours will be going out with the rest for this week, Sister Edna. Your order will be going out. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for those of you all that's tuning in. Those of you all that have churches, just for the matter of fact that those of you all have churches, I do still do presentations of health and wellness ministry for those who want to invite for that. And so spread the word there as well. I am not ashamed to spread the gospel. Of course, I was handicapped for a little while, but thank God I am free now. And I have some good nuggets to share. Thank God for pastors and those who are leaders over the community that influences our people to be well and healthy. No, I do not practice dogma, but I believe in God blessing us to get to a point to where we can be transparent enough to be able to meet our people where they are, and then you let God do the rest. So that's what I believe in. And whatever, when I say God, I mean the God in you, the common sense that God give you. I don't believe in trying to place our people, everybody on the same regiments. I don't believe or practice trying to have you to do the same just to make a profit. I don't believe in any of that. So during this time, because there's so many that's celebrating, I like to most definitely extend that out for those who are just tuning in. Hey there, brother Antonio. Good to see you, brother. Ain't seen you in a while. Send my love to everybody and your beautiful wife. Yeah, so it's good to see you all. Sister Tyra, everyone, thank you so much. I am James Radio and TV. Thank you so much. I know y'all should have known that I was going to be saying something a little humorous because we live in such a serious time, you all. Remember, laughter is good for the heart. Wherever you can find joy, snatch it, get it, grab it, get it, because this world that we live in, it's obvious. It is a lot of chaos going on. It is a hard time. Yes, Satan is after seeking who he may devour. It is true. But our focus can only be on that. You alive and well to tune in today and now, then that means God has had mercy on you. God has given you grace. That's what that means. God has had mercy on every one of us that's tuned in today. He has had some mercy and grace. Look at, some of y'all know my testimony already. Look at what he brought me through. And I still got a smile on my face, not because of, it was easy. But I got a smile on my face because I'm like, okay, he thought something of little old me with this wrap on my head. And he gave me something to do when the adversary was really trying to take me out of here once my mother passed, once my daughter passed, once the separation of marriage and everything was dissolved, once all my money was taken. I'm like, oh my God. And I still had children to take care of. I still had a grandchild. Do you think the adversary cared anything about the work that I had to do? No, that devil wanted me to take and say, oh, you take that 25 years of helping people and you shove it. That's what Satan was saying to me. You're not good enough if I can't use you the way I want to use you. You're not good enough if I can't make you lie the way I want you to lie. You're not good enough if you can't make me look good. You're not good enough if you sad even one day, because I want you happy enough, because I need you to make me happy all the time. That's how Satan was trying to punk me, y'all. And somewhere, I think that the prayers that my mother prayed, and there's some people that don't believe in that, oh, well, I had a praying mama. And I also had a praying grandmama. And I got praying aunties, y'all. I had a praying father and praying people in my life. And I could tell you right now that to this day, I believe in the power of prayer for it, because I could hear it. I could feel it. I could see it. And I'm here today because of it, because I believe that God had a purpose still for me. And I believe that for you all too that's tuning in today on this Motivational Monday. If you're breathing and you're alive and you're able to think at all about what is my next thing that I have to do, you've been spared for a reason. I know I'm not the only one that know of or that have someone in the family that's done passed along, or a friend. So you still here. That means you got time to make some difference. You have time to put your foot on the devil's head, as they say. Yes, every time you wake up, your adversary, your enemy should be saying, oh man, he done woke up today. What he gonna be up to now? I'm up to destroying that old evil kingdom. That's what I'm up to. All right, you all know peace and love. Remember to call in if you want any consultation. I am doing specials for the holidays, for depression, counseling, life coaching, spiritual coaching, couple coaching, for health and wellness, for families. I do have sales and things going on for my products that I do have left. Please call in if you're interested in any business ideas or any business endeavors. Do that, please. And then also make sure that you like and share. If you can't do anything else, make sure you like and share. It's so good to see you all come in. Yes, I tuned in a little earlier today, you all. Please go back, like and share, even if you can't make it through the whole hour and a half. I know. I'm going to show you all that I love and I'm passionate about getting a chance to speak to you all. And I look forward to getting back to my live streaming, because I can still do that. And I look forward to us getting to a place to where we can do some Zooms as well, you all. And for those who say, okay, she's turning, she's not good. Yes, that does mean that I'm excited. Yep, when you see the chair swinging like a 2-year-old, that means I am excited. And no, regardless of what's going on in this world, I am excited. Yes, you need the spray. Okay, Sister Jacqueline. Then all you got to do is make sure that you type into the 618-388-81 number. Text that to me or call in. Or you can call in right after now, because I tuned in earlier today. You all can still call in on the number now, and then we can set up for you to get your orders. Everyone else that's already ordered, they've gotten theirs within 3 to 5 business days. And so if you go ahead and send in now, Sister Jacqueline, it's just $40. That's it. They already have the shipping built into it. That spray, it will last you to, I am a witness, it will last you for 30 days. They say you can take up to 5 to 10 squirts. No, you don't. You don't have to take no 5. You don't have to take no 5 to 10 squirts. Take you 2 to 3 squirts. You heard it from me. That's how powerful the stuff is. And then pull up all that stuff in my system and make sure it cleanses from allergies and all different types of that. I have not gotten not one bad report on this or on my sea moss or anything else. You all get the sea moss and order the sea moss is 30 now, not 40 for this holiday season. It is 30, you all, and it's still a month supply. You can take it, sprinkle it in your dressing. For those you all that's gonna do your healthy dressing, your healthy chili, your healthy greens, potato salad. Even your mac and cheese, your so-called vegan mac and cheese, your bean soup. Yeah, I can put it in there, and yes, you will get some benefits. Okay. All right, I love you all, and you all take care of yourself, and I look forward to coming back on Wellness Wednesday. Tune in, you all, between 4 and 5. Be checking in back and forth, and note that I love you all, and remember to be healthy more in 2024. Don't give up and don't give in. Call in to 618-388-8100 for your consultations, and you can call in for any orders that you like to place as well. Bye-bye. I gotta go, y'all. Gotta go. Gotta answer these calls, okay? All right. Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. Finish. Yeah, Facebook, y'all. They was just getting they just kept giving them glitches. Ooh-wee. But they hung in there. So bless their hearts. I think was hanging in there. Look at that. Look how I got that little brown witch collar on, making it look like I had some little rolls, little belly rolls coming out of there. Yeah, y'all. I'm going to get my workout on too. Mm-hmm.